everyone, it is another season, Valoween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton, or Mr. Valentine, Mr. Skelentine. Maybe that's what it is. Good old Mr. Skelentine, everybody. And we're cruising. We're looking for some Valentine's Day decorations today that are either spooky, like actual. Why am I all of a sudden railroad track? Sorry, Mr. Skeleton, you went flying. All of a sudden, I'm getting all Flemmy the Flamingo-y, and like I feel like as soon as I turn on the camera, it's like I sound like I'm in a death metal band. Anyways, it's another day in 2026 paradise, everybody. We are doing some Valoween hunting, so we're looking for some Valentine's Day stuff and or actual Valoween. If we can find Valoween, that's the goal. But I'm showing Valentine's Day stuff too. So, and if you're like, what is Valoween? I don't even know what you're talking about. If you're new here, first of all, welcome to the spooky family. We're excited to have you. So Valoween, it's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case, I'm not going to pretend everybody knows everything because I know nothing at all. So I love it when people explain things to me because I learn something new every day. Anyways, you probably already know what Valoween is, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's Valentine's Day meets Halloween. And everybody does it a little bit different. Some people do skulls with hearts. Some people have been collecting the pastel stuff during Halloween season and do pastel, pastel skulls and bats and tombstones and ghosts. And what I do is I like to take my ghost decor that I already have, that I've been collecting over the years. And I take my ghosts, I get all my little ghosts out, and then I put hearts. If you've been around here, you know. But I like to add Valentine's Day into my Halloween decor, or just ghosts mainly. But in my bedroom this year, I was thinking about doing, I have these pastel pink skull sheets that I got from Burlington a couple years ago. I thought about putting those on, then putting my big stuffed skeleton on my bed, and then having him hold like either a heart pillow, or at home, I saw online, at home has a champagne bottle pillow that would be kind of cool. So we'll be decorating for Valoween. That's coming up. But other than that, I think I have all my hearts and everything that's... Oh wait, I want to park here. Can I park here? I can't see anything to save my life. That sun is bright, y'all. It is bright. Oh wait, there's a person in their car. Is it not time to go in yet? Or we're just all sitting in the car waiting to go into HomeGoods. It's the early crew, y'all. Regardless, longest story longer, we're going to HomeGoods, which we're sitting in the parking lot right now. We're going to go over to Walmart, and then we're going to go to Aldi. Aldi just put out their Valentine's stuff, I think, this week at some point. Hopefully it's not too picked over, but I think they had some heart pillows. So I want to check it out. And then I also need to get the boys, I was going to get some dino bites. They love these broccoli or spinach dino bite things. They're great for lunch. Anyway, it's nice that I don't really have to worry about anything else. I should be able to get in and out of these stores because I don't have to do any grocery shopping or buy any food because we do our factor meals. And our factor meals have been carrying us. I've been saying this, and this video is sponsored by Factor, by the way. If you haven't heard me talk about Factor before, Factor delivers fresh, never frozen meals straight to your door. Take 2 minutes, you pop them in the microwave, and they're ready to eat. They're so easy. They taste amazing. And what really stood out to me about Factor and what I love so much about Factor is the variety. Their variety of meals was already good, but they've also just doubled their menu. So that's 3 times new weekly meals than before. And they have 2 times more seafood meals, which one of my favorite meals from Factor, the ginger teriyaki salmon. Oh my gosh, if you're trying Factor, I usually get 2 of those in my box because I love it so much. And also, I also love their premium meals. When we're wanting a little bit more of an upgrade, like we want something like a filet, something a little fancier, their premium meals are delicious. So we've been loving Factor. We have less food waste. We eat out less. We can make healthier choices, all those things. We love Factor for so many reasons, and the convenience. I'm not going to overlook the convenience. It is so convenient to not have to think about making an entire meal or meal prepping or all that kind of stuff. Anyways, if you want to give Factor a try, you can head to factor75.com and use code LibraFB50 to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code LibraFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. And their breakfasts are so good. Highly recommend their pancakes, their scrambles, everything. Everything's good. Everything I've tried. Their juices, delicious. Love everything about it. Anyways, we're here at HomeGoods. We're here at HomeGoods. Let's talk about what we saw. We just left HomeGoods, Mr. Skeleton. Let's talk about what we saw. There wasn't a whole lot in there. I forget sometimes that, like, after the Christmas, like, we come out of Halloween into Christmas, I forget that Valentine's Day, like, the next several seasons, or not seasons, what am I thinking of? Holidays. That's what I'm thinking of. Holidays, everybody. The next several holidays are not as big. So you walk in thinking you're going to see, you know, a bunch of decor like you're used to, like just HomeGoods during Halloween and Christmas. It's just slammed with decor. And then you walk in around Valentine's and you're like, wait, what? Where is everything? Everything looks so empty in there. But they did have some Valentine's Day stuff. They had some really cute dishware, some heart-shaped dishes and dip bowls or candy bowls. They had some really pretty white dishes with light pink hearts. They had little, I don't know if they're like little candy bowls or chip and dip bowls or what I'm thinking of, but they had some just heart-shaped bowls, heart-shaped dishes, or dishes with hearts on them, or just platters and plates. And they had some champagne glasses that were plastic with the heart shape. They had a brighter pink and a lighter pink. Lots of plastic, I want to say plastic glassware, but it's not glassware, you know, like plastic cups and, or, you know, champagne flutes and cups and that kind of stuff. And then some plastic plates and some ceramic plates in here. And then they had some bakeware stuff. So they had a little like cupcake pans in the shape of hearts, or little, you know, cakelet pans in the shape of hearts. Lots of heart-shaped bakeware stuff. They had, I saw on this little end cap, they didn't have a lot of Valentine's mugs. I don't know if they're picked over, because I know it is kind of later in the game technically. It wasn't a huge selection. They had some mugs with hearts. They had some mugs with Snoopy. They had some mugs with, what other, oh, they had one with cats. And they had some champagne flutes that were in the shape of hearts, but they were glass. So I liked the plastic ones, but I was like, dang, I wish they had glass. They did have glass ones that were really pretty. They had some other, what other kind of, they had different glassware with hearts, and bows are a thing again. And they did have some Joanna Parker. I got lucky. I only saw 2 Joanna Parker items in there, and I snatched them up. They had a bowl, a candy bowl, which I've been looking for because I love holiday candy bowls. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I always keep out little candies for every holiday. And they had a Joanna Parker little salt and pepper shaker set that had hearts and faces on the hearts. And some people are starting to say, I've been seeing some people say that Joanna Parker is the new Ray Dunn. And I have to respectfully disagree with that, because I don't think what Joanna Parker is doing is trendy. I think maybe some people see it as trendy, but I think it's classic. It's classic kind of vintage style decor, which I feel like never goes out of style. And even if it goes out of style, it comes back. Where I think sometimes when you go too modern or too trendy, it can get outdated, or you just get tired of it. Or I feel like the vintage looking stuff, I feel like it never goes out of style because it's always festive. So anyways, saw some Joanna Parker, was really excited to see it. Also saw, what else did I see? I saw some other decor in these areas. A lot of kind of gold, metal, wood grain, marble, some of that kind of stuff. And lots of tabletop decor, lots of hearts. They also had a lot of cutesy stuff in here, which is to be expected for Valentine's Day. Lots of teddy bears. They had some of those couple looking statues, like, you know, peanut butter and jelly, or, you know, the different, they had a couple of macarons, little cute little animals, little kitty cats and stuff like that. They also had some licensed stuff, Lilo and Stitch. They had a couple Sesame Street items. They had a Cookie Monster that was holding a heart that said Heartbreaker. I think they had another Cookie Monster one too. And then they had an Elmo one. They had, do they have Winnie the Pooh or Snoopy? Or they had some licensed stuff in here. And then they also had just a lot of different heart decor. They had a lock, it was like a big gold locket that was really pretty. If I'm gonna do a Valentine's Day mantle ever, I want to do a classic Victorian looking Cupid vibe, like with my floral candelabras and some cupids and stuff like that. I would love to see it. And they had this big gold locket that was really pretty. I wish it was silver, but beggars can't be choosers. I didn't buy it, but I feel like that would look perfect in like Victorian looking Cupid kind of, whether it's a mantle or a dining room table or whatever kind of decor. It would look so good. I love that locket. And then whatever else I'm forgetting, I'll show here. I'll just continue to show the whole area because there was a lot to see. Lots of random stuff in here. And then they also had some heart candelabra or little candlestick holders. There were silver candlestick holders with red hearts that were really pretty. And they had some candles. They had one that had Cupid. So that was another Cupid item I saw. Had Cupid, like a Cupid topper on the candle. And they had some other Valentine's Day candles in here. Also saw some towels, some dish towels. They stepped up their game this year with dish towels. If you remember last year, I complained about it. I feel like last year the dish towels were horrible. They were horrible. At least this year we got some classic hearts. Last year they didn't even have classic hearts. They were just all very, I don't even know what I was looking at last year. But this year, at least if you're looking for just a classic heart towel, they have it. If you're looking for something a little bit more, like I think they had one with cats. They had ones with birds. They had all different types of, they one have frogs. They had different ones like that, but then they just had classic hearts. Just a classic heart towel, which was, and they had a Cupid towel in here too. The bath towels, on the other hand, were a disgrace. No, I don't know if they were that, well, they just didn't have a big selection, which is to be expected, but it was kind of like the selection they had, it was like a bear holding a heart, and just, it was kind of basic. So I can't complain. They weren't terrible. Because I was just saying, oh, basic heart towels are great. That's what they were. I also saw some pillows, nothing to write home about in my opinion. They had some crocheted, or what is it, cross stitching or whatever, kind of heart pillows. They had a big ruffly, was it pink? It was like a pinkish lavenderish mauve-y color. And it was a big heart pillow with ruffles. They had a pillow. Oh, they did have a white pillow with black hearts that was really pretty that I like for a black and white vibe. But nothing I was that excited about. Then they also had some Valentine's Day blankets. They had hearts. They had, what? Oh, a martini one, I think. Did they have floral? Hearts and floral. Did they have the swans? I can't remember. They had all sorts of different Valentine's blankets. Anything you can think of, they had Valentine's blankets at HomeGoods. But yeah, I felt like there was a good selection at HomeGoods this year for Valentine's Day. And I saw a lot of things I liked, but I only got I'll show you what I got. We'll just do a quick little haul. I'm not going to unpackage my candy dish, but I'll show it because I don't want to take it out of the wrapping. But I did get the little salt and pepper shakers. Is there a glare? The little heart salt and pepper shakers. And I got the candy bowl, which I'm really excited about. So I did get that. Anyways, we're here at Walmart. We're going into Walmart. I'm hoping they have some Valoween stuff because usually they have a decent selection of Nightmare Before Christmas. And I think I mentioned this earlier, and Bride of Chucky. But we'll see what else. One year they had, I think, some ghosty stuff and some skeleton stuff. So we'll see what they have here at Walmart. We're going in. Here we go. We just left Walmart, and they scaled way back on their spooky Valentine's Day stuff. Like, I feel like they had a bunch of stuff over the years. Maybe it's because it didn't sell as well, to be expected with Valentine's Day, but I don't know. I feel like there's always a market for spooky stuff with us people out here. They they had the blow molds back. They had the Jack Skellington blow mold holding a heart, and the Chucky holding a heart. And then they had a couple of, I think in the Nightmare Before Christmas, they had a couple of pop vinyl things. They had a little set with Jack and Sally, and then they had the mystery one. And then they were like little tiny, like micro pop things. And then they have water bottles. They had all the different licensed kind of stuff. All similar items. So water bottles, and they had the Lilo and Stitch one had a bunch of stuff. Like they had a popcorn thing, like a popcorn set, and makeup bags or cosmetic bags. They had all sorts of stuff. And then in the Nightmare Before Christmas, they didn't have as much. And it wasn't like it was picked over, because I looked to see at the tag, like I can tell on the tags, it'll say Nightmare, or, Lilo and Stitch, like it says the different things. And they also had like a whole little bouquet of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff with all the different characters and the plushies. They had these last year. They had a Jack and Sally one, and then they had one that had Jack, Sally, Oogie Boogie, Zero, like a bunch of them. In the whole little bouquet, whatever you want to call it. And then they also had a Bride of Chucky and Chucky one. We saw one last year very similar to this. And then they also had the shot glasses and I don't think they had the water bottles in this one. But just different Bride of Chucky. Not a whole lot to choose from, though. It was a very small selection. I feel like the Bride of Chucky and like the spooky Valoween stuff was the smallest section. And they didn't even do anything fun with Valentine's or any of the chocolate heart sets. None of them were Nightmare. None of them were Chucky. None of them were spooky at all. They were all very, like, they had some dinosaurs. I think they had Star Wars, and that's it. But they did have a dill pickle one. I got a visual of the dill pickle one, because the dill pickle one is, if I were to get a Valentine, that's what I want. Is a dill pickle Valentine. But they also had like fried chicken and macaroni and cheese, like all these different ones. Anyway, they had a dill pickle. I thought that was funny. And then they had some South Park Valentine's Day stuff, some mugs, I didn't even see the Beavis and Butthead stuff this year. They had it 2 years in a row, so maybe they just, it's been a cycle and they just got rid of it. And then they also had a lot of Hello Kitty stuff. So Hello Kitty plushies, Hello Kitty, once again, water bottles and bags. I don't know if they had the bags, but they had all the different Hello Kitty. And it was so weird about it. I feel like we're seeing a lot of resurgence of things that were popular in the 90s and 2000s. And we're seeing major comebacks, but I have not seen a Bats Maru comeback. In all of the Hello Kitty stuff that I see out there, I never see Bats Maru. I am shocked to death, especially with spooky people, because I feel like there was definitely a crossover there of Bats Maru, and maybe I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong, but a big crossover in the alternative community between like Bats Maru and the alt community. I feel like a lot of us alt ghouls out there were into Bats Maru. Maybe that's just me. And even when I was a kid, like pre-alt ghoul, I feel like Bats Maru was your determining factor. Not really, but maybe Bats Maru was like the introduction to the alt world. I don't know, maybe not. But that was my jam. I loved Bats Maru. I had a wallet. I remember picking it out. I was so excited about it. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm just surprised we haven't seen more Bats Maru, but they had a bunch of Hello Kitty there. So that's really all I saw that was Valoween. Everything else was more Valentine's Day. They had some really pretty, like they had a really pretty wreath, or it was like a hanging heart. It was a velvet red heart. It was really pretty. And then they also had a heart wreath that had, it looked like pearls all over it. And then they had a little ceramic house. They had, what else did they have in it? There was something else they had in this area that I showed. I'll show it here. But they had some decor, not a huge selection. They had like a little canister thing, a glass canister thing. But yeah, they had some Valentine's Day decor, not a big selection, mainly Valentines and chocolates and candies and all that kind of stuff. But you know what they didn't have? I don't know if they stopped selling them, or maybe Walmart just doesn't sell them. Maybe I need to go somewhere else. But the Dove chocolates with the cherry swirl, those are my favorite. They didn't have them. Nowhere to be found there. So I need to look it up. I don't know. Maybe I need to look at Instacart. That's what I always do. Anytime I want to find a place that has something with food, I look at Instacart and I'm like, where can I find this? And I instantly find it. It's my little hack that I always do. I don't know if that's a hack, but that's what I do. Okay, let me see. Dove chocolate cherry, show me the money. Not a whole lot of Halloween today, everybody, but we're here at Aldi. There's always hope. I know that there's no Halloween here, but there's at least some Valentine's Day stuff, and I'm just looking for stuff to mix in with the Halloween stuff I already have. So I'm not going from store to store thinking I'm going to see, oh my gosh, there's a pumpkin that's pink. Like, I know I'm not going to find that. But I just, every once in a while, Walmart, like one year, they had little notepads and little things that had little ghosts. And it said, like, don't ghost me with little hearts. It was so cute. I loved that whole line. And they haven't had it back since. So I don't know if it just didn't sell. That's possible that people just aren't in that mindset. But you would think that they would at least have Nightmare Before Christmas little Valentines. You would think they would at least have the Valentine's cards that go with the different Valentine's lines they have. So Lilo and Stitch and Hello Kitty and Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe not Chucky. I don't know how many kids are bringing. I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't. Actually, you know what? They probably would. But I don't know if my mom would have let me. I don't know. But anyway, Nightmare Before Christmas is, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, we're here at Aldi. We've been here at Aldi. We're just sitting here jabbing our jaws. We're going in. Aldi just takes the cake today for best decor. I thought their stuff, they didn't have a huge selection, but it was really cute and stylish and very reasonably priced. I think most things were $10 and under, but a couple of items, I would say 20 and under for sure. There was nothing, I don't think anything over $20. I don't even know where I want to start, but let's start with pillows because the pillows were $10, which I've talked about how expensive, like how ridiculously and unnecessarily expensive throw pillows are. We've had that rant on many occasions, if you know, you know. But they had some throw pillows for $10, which I thought was a steal. They had a pink heart one that said, P.S. I love you. They had a pink heart one that was like conversation heart. That's what I was kind of looking for, that said, be mine. So I got that one. It's in the back. To put with my skeleton because I wanted it to be a little smaller than that. But for $10, I think the pillow at home is like over $20, or maybe it is $20. Maybe it's $25. I don't know. It was in the 20-ish range. And for a pillow I'm going to use once a year, I was like, $10 that's a steal. So pillow said be mine. They had a red kind of teddy bear feeling pillow, like that kind of teddy bear material, you know, like I don't even know what it's called. Anyway, then they also had one that said XO. So they had several different pillows. And then they had some blankets. I think their blankets were $8, which is, again, a steal. They had some with hearts, some that were more white, some that were more pink. They had one that was pink and red. Blankets always make me so sad because you guys, I always think of Neens when I think of these blankets because we always picked out a blanket for every season for Neens. They also had, what else did they have? They had this statue that was a heart-ish shape. I don't know. I think it was in the shape of the heart, but the heart was kind of an interesting shape. And it looks like a stone statue thing. And then they had a really pretty marble plate that was in the shape of a heart. And what else? Oh, then they also had some pie dishes in the shape of a heart. I think they had red and pink. They had some cupcake little pans with hearts. They had little ramekins in the shape of hearts, plates in the shape of hearts, all different heart-shaped bakeware, plateware, all that kind of stuff. And they also had some towels, some hand towels. They had ones with hearts. Did one have flowers? I feel like one had flowers. And then they also had a conversational heart looking, what am I thinking of? You know, hot pad and mitt, oven mitt. That's what it is, an oven mitt. They had that. And then they had a pretty floral wreath with pink and red or pink and fuchsia, something like that. They had a cute sweatshirt. I never see Valentine sweatshirts in black. And then it reminded me of, okay, I'm going to backtrack to HomeGoods really quick because HomeGoods, it's the HomeGoods Marshalls hybrid. And at Marshalls, they had these oversized, like, not Snuggies, they're like blanket hoodies. And they had a bunch of different ones. They had swans, they had cupids, they had hearts. They had ones that looked like stamps. I can't remember. But they had some really cute little, not like fleecy hoodie things. Man, what else did they have? They had some really good stuff at Aldi. They also had a really pretty wall decor piece that had roses on it that I thought could be used all year round, but it was part of their Valentine's line. And they also had, what else did they have? Oh, they had some candles that smelled really good. Their cherry candle smelled so good. Cherry, I think they had strawberry, and I can't remember what the other one was. And they also had some Paris Hilton candles. So I guess Paris Hilton's doing a collab. And they had some matches And did they have like a little container, a little candy container or something? I don't know. Anyways, they had some really good Valentine's Day pieces at Aldi. And then they had some Valentine's candlesticks. Did one have hearts? I know one had cherries. Was the other one hearts or was it bows? I can't remember. But anyways, they had some really cute stuff in their Valentine's collection at Aldi. And pretty much all of it, from what I'm remembering, was under $20. Most of it under $10. They had a good selection in there. Some of the better things we saw today. So, yeah. Anyways, check your Aldis if you haven't gone. And if you're not a big Aldi shopper, their deals, they have steals of a deals. They didn't have those dang dino bites I was looking for, though, so I'm going to have to look at a different location. But anyway, okay, we're going home, and I still want to go to At Home, and I want to go to the other HomeGoods, TJ Maxx Hybrid. So we still have that to do, so I'll see ya when I see ya. Hey everyone, I wanted to hop on here really quickly because I didn't do a proper send-off because I had full intentions on getting back out on the hunt with me and good old Mr. Skellentine. But guess what happened, y'all? Guess what happened? The most predictable thing of all time. I was going to say, you won't believe it, but you'll absolutely believe it. Because guess what, everyone? We got sick again in this house. How is it? If you watched Vlogoween and Vlogmas, any vlogging that's happened since October, we've pretty much been sick every other week since October. And it was no different. Now we have RSV. This RSV cough is no joke. Dallas and I seem to be okay. We're kind of just showing cold symptoms. It's just annoying. I'm just annoyed at this point. I just want to be better. I'm so tired. I think I had like 1 or 2 days of, I think I still had a lingering cough from whatever I had before. And my nose finally cleared up for like 2 days. And then here it comes again. I can't even believe it. So I still have half my house is still Christmas. Half my house isn't. Like I got half my house taken down before we got the plague. And so I need to finish taking down Christmas and I need to completely sanitize this entire place and fumigate it, essentially, which I'll be filming that probably because I have nothing else to film. There's not a whole lot to do as we're just kind of staying in. We're not trying to get out and spread any germs, so we're staying home. So I figured maybe while we're sitting here, I got myself a good old box of Kleenex and a nice hot cup of tea. And I figured we'd hang out a little bit and maybe look at some Valoween online and see if we can find anything on the web, on the web, near around the web. Speaking of webs, check out this web. And so I think that's what we're going to do. You know I love a good old-fashioned spooky family online shopping extravaganza. So we're going to do a little bit of that. I loved doing this during Halloween season, so we're going to do it right now during Valoween season, because why not? Might as well, since we can't go anywhere. I was really looking forward. I really wanted to go to At Home. I wanted to go to I filmed this video Friday last week, I think it was. And I wanted to go back out this week and see Aldi this week. So I didn't even realize all of Aldi's stuff they've been getting out for Valentine's Day. There are a bunch of Pottery Barn dupes at Aldi. Like the kind of abstract looking heart stone thing that I thought was kind of weird looking. Apparently it's a Pottery Barn dupe. And a lot of the little heart plates. I saw a lot of those types of things on Pottery Barn. They look exactly like it. Like maybe a little tweak here and there, but almost exactly like it. So anyways, if you're looking for any Pottery Barn dupes, check your Aldi. I didn't even know that. I wish I would have. I would have told you. But I guess I'm telling you now. That's cold tea. But whatever. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys some things because I was online on TJ Maxx. First of all, on TJ Maxx, wait, let me screen record. I almost forgot. On TJ Maxx, I saw, first of all, that they had some of the Joanna Parker stuff. They had the heart mug that matches it's Joanna Parker. It matches the Joanna Parker bowl and the salt and pepper shakers I got. So if you're looking for the Joanna Parker stuff, some of the stuff is on TJ Maxx online. Anyways, they have the mug. I didn't see the salt and pepper shakers. I didn't see the bowl. If I can find them, I'll link them. I think I can put this in my YouTube shop. If not, I'll link them in my description box. But if I can find the other ones, I'll put them in there. But I wasn't able to find them when I was searching. And you can't just search for Joanna Parker. For some reason, she just doesn't pop up unless she does now. But I don't think so, no. Even the mug's not showing up. So anyway, okay, so they have the Joanna Parker mug. If I can find the other stuff, I'll link it if you're looking for some of that. And then I've been seeing over on the Facebook group that some people have been seeing the Joanna Parker stuff just come out now, just this week. So if you feel like, oh man, you filmed that last Friday, it's probably not still there. I would still check if you're looking for the Joanna Parker stuff because a lot of stores are just now getting it in. So anyways, so I wanted to mention that. Then also, while I was on TJ Maxx online, I was like, well, let me see if they have any Halloween, like leftover Halloween stuff that could be considered Valoween. And sure enough, here we are. Look at this cute little pink ghost rug. This ghost rug could even be in a room, and it's just a little ghost. It could go with, if you hear roaring, by the way, in the background, like a lion roaring, it's Lion King. Dallas is downstairs cuddling with the boys while they watch Lion King. And I'm up here looking at Halloween decorations because you know who we are. No. Priorities, people, okay? Not really. I just want to do a proper send-off, but then also I was like, well, while I'm doing a send-off, I might as well look to see if they got anything, any Valoween stuff online. We can just do a quick little gander online, no big deal. Anyways, they have some pink ghosts. Like, here's a little cute little pink ghost. And these cute little pink table, what am I thinking of? Oh, placemats, napkins. These are cute. This little pink. And then also this plushy ghost with this pink banner. This could easily, and this is $3.50 on clearance. So not only are we seeing Valoween potential, but also for a steal of a deal. And you know I love a steal of a deal. You know I do. I'll try to link these if it'll let me link them. If not, just go to TJ Maxx and there they are. Okay, and they also have some of the witch hat bow print stuff. They have these placemats with the witch hats and the pink bows. I feel like that could also be Valoween. You know what? I almost didn't even consider witches for Valoween, but absolutely it could be Valoween. And then these cute little spider. I don't even remember seeing these anywhere. These spider candle holders. These are actually cute. $5. Steal of a deal. And then these cute little ghosty places. Oh, I kind of want these. With their little bat bows. Kind of want these because I'm going to do my dining room table again this year. So anyways, they have some cute stuff that could be Valoween. Another little ghosty pillow with a bow. Oh, cute little pink pumpkin. That could also be a cute glass pink pumpkin. Here's another pink pumpkin. Those could definitely, I wonder if they kept these up on purpose for Valoween is what I'm wondering. This little glasses ghost. Oh wait, this is perfect for Valoween. This ghosty pillow. Also these little coasters. These are perfect. Be My Boo. Are these not Valoween? I'm confused. $5 from $24.99. Okay, these are steals of deals. Here's the skeleton, $12.50 for the big skeleton guy. It probably costs more than that to ship it. Dang, that's a steal for that skeleton pillow. Okay, I was just coming on here to look for Valoween. I wasn't expecting to find full-blown steals of deals on regular. Oh, here's some Summerween stuff coming up. A cute little pink ghosty blanket for $7. Dang, they even have the jack-o'-lantern stool guy, but he's not on sale. Probably because the shipping's so expensive. These pink little ghosty pillows, those are $6.50 for 3. Whoa. And these cute little pink ghost plates, $10 for those. Oh, they've got this. I always think this guy is that Gangnam Style guy. Okay, wait, sorry. Let me get serious on it. I'm dying. Oh man, you guys, this dang cough, congestion, I am so over this. I am so over it. Like, I cannot even, and all I do is talk about how, oh, I'm sick again, but like, I'm kind of, I told Dallas, I was like, you know, at this point, it's almost taking a toll on my mental health because I'm just so tired of being, like, I'm not feeling 100%. Like, I haven't felt 100%. Like, I don't remember the last time I wasn't coughing or had some sort of runny nose. I don't know. I don't even remember. Was it October? Oh, these are kind of cute pants. They look fuzzy. But anyways, I'm going to stop complaining about it because I'm over it. Like, I don't even want to complain about it anymore. I'm just over it. Okay. I want to check on Marshall's really quickly because sometimes they have the same stuff and sometimes they have different stuff. You never know what you're going to find. Okay, they have those charger placemats that I got, $15. And, oh, they've got a skull pink. That would be cute for my bedroom situation. A little table runner, a cute little floral ghosty pillow. I don't feel like the selection on this is quite as... Oh, wait, no, they have sheets. They have the pink ghost sheets in a full. And then they've got... Oh, they've got the witch hat pillow with the pink bows. This could also be cute for Valoween. And what else? They have that pink pillow we talked about before. Some more pink pumpkins. Man, that pumpkin's only $7. Dang, I bought that full price. Oh, here's a cute one. Oh, this is full price though. $30. Oh, are they already putting Halloween on Marshalls and TJ Maxx? Because I'm seeing some full price stuff still. I don't feel like it should be full price. So are they already stocking stuff? And then they've got this stacked... See, this is full price too. This doesn't surprise me. This is one of those things where it's 28 inches. It's a big piece. Not surprised it's still full price. I also don't remember seeing it last year, but I also don't really look at pastel stuff. So anyway, just sharing my internal dialogue, everybody. Oh, this cute little pink jack-o'-lantern blanket. Oh, I'm loving this. Ooh, they have this roughly heart witch hat pillow. $5. $5 frickin' dollars. I might be getting that. Then $10 for this pink throw. Some more pink pillows, ghosty pillows. And just in general, white ghosty pillows for $5. You can throw a little heart pillow next to it. Make it something spooky. Love that. Look at this one. This pink blanket with these cute little baked goods on it. Okay, that's a steal for that wine chiller. The Ghost House wine chiller for $50 from $100. It's half off. Half off in January. I need 75%, ma'am. Just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, I think that's it for the Valoween decor. But I also wanted to look at Etsy because I feel like Etsy is such a cute place to go for kind of custom-made Valentines or little things. Like, look at this Gothic anniversary card. This would be I don't know if they do Valentines. I'm assuming they do. It's a custom Raven 3D egg card. So you crack it, I'm assuming. Is that what you do? Crack it open and there's a little note inside. That's such a fun idea. Just different things, little vintage Halloween inspired Valentines, bag charms, Valoween glass mug that says Spooky Babe with lips and hearts and a bat. That's cute. These cute little ghosties with hearts. You float my boat. That's hilarious. Okay. But just different... Anything from a vintage look to actual Valoween looking stuff to horror. These are cute. These Mega Monster Valentine cards. Let's see what they say. It makes these Spooky Shake Studios. Can't wait to hang out. It's just the Nosferatu of us. I'm over the moon for you with the werewolf. That's hilarious. What's this one? I can feel it in my bones. You really fire me up with the devil. I love that. These are so cute. But yeah, all sorts of different custom cards, little Valentine's cards, shirts, all sorts of stuff on here. I love Etsy. I thought these were cute too. These sugar cube skulls. I thought this was such a cute idea to put in your tea or your coffee or whatever you want to use sugar cubes for. Oh, these are cute. Pink ghost candles, pumpkin spice scents. Ritual spirit goods. These are cute. These are really cute. Look at the scary tall ghost. I'm going to try to link this stuff in the description for you guys if you're looking for these. This is so cute. What is this? They have some really, really cute stuff. Anyways, I'll try to link some of the things that we looked at, like this egg thing and the candles and some of the cards and stuff. I'll link some of the things that I found that stood out to me. I'll link in the description for you. And they have these, what are these? Horror handmade treat box with Jason Voorhees. This is super cute. Reese's homemade treats. Cute. But this kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Anyways, I just wanted to hop on here really quickly and do a proper send-off and also look up some actual Valoween stuff. Since we saw some in-your-face Valentine stuff while we were out on the hunt, I figured we'd check online, see what we could find in the Valoween department, and we found some spooky goods. So I'll link what I can in the description and in the YouTube shop. And at anything, I mean, Etsy is such a good place to go always, especially to support small business. But also, I feel like just to find the most unique stuff. If you're looking, I just pulled my hair out. Anyways, we'll be back on. I think I'm going to still go out on the Valoween hunt. I don't feel like it's too late. I need to finish getting this Christmas down, get decorated for Valoween. So maybe we'll work on that. And while we're not feeling so hot, and then actually I'm feeling better today. So we're on the up and up, hopefully. I'm a little bit more concerned about the kids, but I'm hoping they continue to recover, and yeah. But I'm still going to go back out on the hunt and see what we can find because I'm feeling a little cooped up. I'm getting some cabin fever. So I want to get out there anyways, and we can just take a gander, see what we can find. We've got more Valoween hunting coming with me and good old Mr. Skelentine. As long as we stay well or get well, we will be out on the hunt. So anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and good old Mr. Skelentine and going out on the Valoween hunt with us. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments because you know I love talking to you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying well. I know there's so many sick. I think Lucian's trying to come upstairs. I'm gonna go down and I think they're watching Lion King and he wants me to come watch Mufasa succumb to his death for the 3,000th time. But anyway, that's my current life. So that's it. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying well. And I hope you're having an amazing new year. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out here. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time.